Hi guys, Marcel here. I am sure you guys have had your favorite games. For some those games weren't just time pass, they were a part of their childhood. So it was for me. For me, it was Club Penguin which got shut down. But what if trying to relieve the nostalgia of playing that game turns into a horrific experience that keeps you awake at night? My friend logged into a dead server. This happened around 2019, when a bunch of us were still obsessed with old multiplayer games that had basically died years ago. There was this one game, not even gonna name it because I don't want people trying this, but it used to have a pretty active player base. By the time we found it, the official servers had been shut down for like 3 to 4 years. But my friend Arjun somehow found a way in. He messaged our group chat at like 1:12 a.m. "Yo, I'm in." We thought he was trolling. Like obviously the servers were dead. The company that made the game had literally shut down. Then he sent a screenshot. It looked real. Same lobby, same UI. But there was one weird thing. At the top right corner, where it used to show server name, it just said, Instance 0. No region, no ping. Just that. We told him it was probably some private server or mod. He said no. I didn't download anything. I just clicked play. That's when it got interesting. First, everything looked normal. Empty lobby, no players online. That made sense. But then he noticed something. The player count said 2. He was alone in the lobby. He refreshed it multiple times. Still said 2. We joked that maybe it was a dev ghost or leftover code glitch. Then he said, "Someone just joined chat." We all stopped joking. He sent a screenshot of the chat box. It said, "user_0001. You're not supposed to be here. No username." Just that. We thought maybe someone else also found the server. Arjun typed back, "LOL, who are you?" No response for about 30 seconds. Then, "user_0001. This server is archived." Arjun laughed it off and said, "Yeah, I know it's dead, bro." Then the message came that made everything off. "User_0001. Not dead. Archived." At this point, we told him to just leave. But you know how it is, late night, bored. Curiosity hits harder than logic. He queued into a match. The game loaded, but the map was wrong. Like it looked like one of the original maps, but things were slightly off. Buildings were missing textures. Some doors were just painted onto walls. The skybox was completely black. No stars. No lighting. Just black. And there was no ambient sound. No wind. No music. Nothing. Just silence. Then his character spawned. And immediately, he died. No animation. No sound. Just instant death. Respawn screen popped up. But instead of the normal timer, it just said, "Wait." He couldn't click anything. We were all telling him to Alt+F4 at this point. He said his cursor wasn't responding properly. Like it was dragging. Then, after about 10 seconds, he respawned again. This time, there was someone standing in front of him. No username. No movement. Just a character model. But it wasn't one of the playable skins. It was unfinished. Like a default humanoid with no textures. Gray, slightly distorted. And its head was tilted at an angle that didn't look right. Arjun didn't move. Neither did it. Then his chat box opened automatically. He didn't press anything. And a message started typing on its own. Letter by letter. "You stayed." At this point, we were basically spamming him to shut his PC down. He tried. He said his game wasn't closing. Not frozen, just ignoring inputs. Then the thing in front of him took one step forward. No walking animation. It just shifted closer. And the screen flickered. For a split second, he said he saw something behind it. Like a bunch of overlapping shapes. Almost like multiple player models stacked into one. Then it snapped back. Another message typed out. "Others left faster." Arjun finally managed to Alt+F4. Or at least, the screen went black. But his PC didn't shut down. He said he could still hear something. Not from the game. From his speakers. Faint, static-like noise. And then, very quietly, typing sounds. He unplugged his PC after that. Like physically pulled the plug. None of us slept that night. The next morning, we asked him to send the game files so we could check what server he connected to. But when he opened his PC again, the game wasn't installed. Not corrupted. Not missing files. Just gone. No trace of it. We checked the official server shutdown notices again. That's when we noticed something we hadn't before. Buried in an old forum archive. A dev comment from years ago. We didn't shut down all instances. Some were retained for internal storage. Someone replied asking what that meant. The dev answered, "Old sessions aren't deleted. They're preserved." Arjun never tried launching that game again. None of us did. But about a week later, he sent one last message in the group. Just a screenshot. Black screen. No game UI. Just text in the center. Instance 0 active. And below it, players 2.